Hey, it's Joddie Taylor of SnackySays. Welcome back to my podcast, the SnackySays podcast. Today I am chatting about what I eat in a day, part two. Kind of. So several episodes ago now, I did a episode on overnight oats. So there are two things that I eat most days. One of them is overnight oats, and the other one is what I call breakfast pasta. So this recipe, I'm probably going to give you measurements, but I also want to talk about this in the spirit of Tabitha Brown. Tab in my head. Her cookbook, Cooking from the Spirit. I have it. I'm looking at it right now. Most of the recipes, she just has a list of ingredients because it's really up to you how much you want to put in. It's like everything is to taste. But let's get into it. So what is breakfast pasta? Why do I call it breakfast pasta? Because I usually eat it for breakfast. Funny enough, the overnight oats I will have sometimes in the afternoon and have breakfast pasta in the morning. So I like something a little heavier and hot for breakfast, even though ironically, I'm just having coffee this morning. Well, which isn't that ironic. I usually start the day with coffee, but I don't actually feel that hungry. This doesn't happen often. Like once a month, every 2 months. I don't really feel all that hungry, so it'll probably be a while before I eat breakfast. Anyway, breakfast pasta. What's in it? Okay, first of all, I only like thick spaghetti, not thin spaghetti, not regular spaghetti. So thick spaghetti, but this works with any pasta. So lately I've been having it with rotini, and I've had it with, I think it's called cellentani. Basically those three types of pasta are what I usually have. Maybe like a bow tie pasta every once in a while, but generally those three. I should probably look up the pronunciation of the one that starts with the letter C. Hold on a second. Cellentani? I still don't know how to pronounce it. I looked it up. Cellentani. Let's pretend for this is Cellentani. Okay, so let me start over because I went down a rabbit hole trying to find the pronunciation. So basically, what's in this breakfast pasta is pasta, your choice, veggies, a protein, and some kind of fat like olive oil or an avocado. You can mash it up, or you know what? I've just straight up put guacamole in my pasta. So let's get into some details. And then like spices, if you want to add some spices. You could even do cooked veggies. You could do raw veggies. I'm going to use what I ate yesterday as an example. I wonder if I took a picture. I feel like I didn't. More often than not, I don't take pictures of what I eat anymore. I used to take a lot more photos. Did I? Nope, no pictures. Okay, so from my memory, my breakfast pasta yesterday, I had, let's start with the protein, 6 shrimp. I boiled the shrimp with some cut up lemons. I am moving away from frying my shrimp. I love fried food. Fried food doesn't love me. So I'm cutting back. This is a temporary trade-off. So anyway, I boiled it for 6 minutes. I think 5 minutes is fine, but I boiled it for 6 minutes. And it was wild caught Argentinian, I think it's called red shrimp. I got these from Sam's Club. I've also got them from Trader Joe's. I actually prefer the ones from Sam's Club. And then for the pasta, I had tricolor rotini, and it was it was 3 ounces. It was 3 ounces. The serving size is 2 ounces. If I'm in a cut, in my Keisha Collins voice, if I'm cutting back on how much I'm eating, I'll do 1.5 ounces. Yeah, I did 3. Three is a sweet spot for me. 2 is okay. 3, I think, is filling, so I have 3. And again, if I'm trying to cut back, I have a little bit less. So earlier this week, I had a little bit less. I think I had 2.5. A few weeks ago, I feel like it was a long time ago, I had like 1.5, and I added way more veggies. So you can play around with the measurements if you care about measurements. If you don't, then just pour and boil. The tricolor rotini takes 7 minutes to boil. And if you're curious, I boiled the shrimp first, right? No, I boiled the pasta first, took the pasta out, and then put the shrimp in and boiled that. Okay, and then for veggies, I actually roasted some vegetables earlier this week. So I roasted Brussels sprouts, potatoes. I chopped up a red onion. I had some baby carrots. I cut those into, I think it was like 120 grams worth of carrots. Again, if you don't measure, it doesn't matter. And I just measured it out of habit. It didn't really matter. I was putting it on a baking sheet. I used, I think, bottle minced garlic. I don't recommend that. I like it for some things, but in other things, I feel like it has like a vinegary taste or something. So if you have fresh garlic, just cut that up and put it in. What else was in there? Brussels sprouts, carrots, potato. Oh, wait, I do have a picture of it. Let me look. Come on, here we go. What's the, oh, mushrooms. I was like, what's that brown thing? Mushrooms. And you know what I ended up putting up in here? A block of tofu. And it was like seasoned tofu, I think either with teriyaki or barbecue sauce. I bought it that way. So, yeah, there was double protein in this, what I had yesterday, because there was still some tofu in it. Okay, recap. So there was shrimp. There's some roasted veggies. How much veggies? A lot. I think like a cup and a half, 2 cups. And then I have this huge thing of shredded coleslaw. It was less than $2 at Sam's Club. So I threw in, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I threw in some coleslaw in the oven. I forgot about that. Not much. You could barely see it in the picture. Yeah, so for veggies, I do at least a cup, probably closer to 2 cups. And there was so much oil from when I baked it that I didn't add any additional, from when I baked the roast veggies, so I didn't add any additional oil. Plus, when I made the shrimp, I added a half a cup of sesame oil and a half a cup of, a half a tablespoon, a half a tablespoon of sesame oil and a half a tablespoon of soya sauce. I got a whole bottle of soya sauce. My food is so fresh because I don't usually buy salt because I have no chill. But I've been feeling like having some salt in my food, not fresh food. So anyway, that was half a tablespoon of soy sauce. A serving is a tablespoon. And I feel like I did end up putting minced garlic on that shrimp. I did, and it was fine. It was better than fine. Oh, you know what? And I had some fresh ginger in the fridge, so I chopped up a little bit of ginger and put that. And I feel like, and lemon. There was some lemon from when I boiled the shrimp, cut that up a little bit. And I like lemon, rind. So anyway, I mixed that up. That was my breakfast pasta. So in short, what you need: some pasta. The serving size is usually 2 ounces. Put however you want. This is for one person, or at least this one person, myself. So pasta and veggies. You can do, I had a lot of cooked veggies actually in this yesterday, but I often just do raw veggies. So it's like a breakfast pasta salad, but this was all pretty much hot food yesterday. So pasta, veggies of your choice, protein of your choice, fat of your choice. You can also put in hummus. Like I said, I put guacamole before. I put hummus and just use that. You could put peanut butter and a little soya sauce. It does not taste great without the soya sauce, like for real. And I know because I usually eat it without soya sauce. Yeah, that's about it. So I will also put a link in the show notes for what I eat in a day video I made. I took a photo and video editing class earlier this year in January, and the final project was a video, and so I'll put that in the show notes. There is overnight oats in that video, and there is like a tuna pasta salad, which is akin to what I would normally eat for breakfast, for example, right at the tail end of that video. So, and I'll also put photos of some breakfast pasta that I've had. Okay, so that is what I eat in a day. I will put the link in the show notes for the overnight oats episode. I usually eat, for sure, for years and years and years, I've always eaten overnight oats. The breakfast pasta consistently, it's probably been 18 months, maybe more, maybe longer than that. But yeah, that's what I eat in a day. Overnight oats, usually later in the day, and breakfast pasta, usually in the morning. And there is some variety, sometimes I go out and eat. Sometimes I eat something different. Sometimes I don't feel like eating either one of those things, and I'll eat something else. Sometimes I take out the pasta and I'll have rice instead. Or instead of rice or pasta, I'll have potatoes. I don't know if I mentioned, but those roasted veggies I had the other day also had potatoes in it. I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on in that breakfast pasta yesterday. All right, that is about it. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast episode or any of my podcast episodes, you can subscribe at joddie.substack.com. That's joddie.substack.com. And please share with a friend or three. If you have something that you eat all the time and you recommend, or you like, maybe you don't even eat it that much, but you love it and you want to recommend, please do hit reply. You can leave a comment if you got this, if you're a subscriber and you got this podcast in your inbox. Hit reply, let me know. Otherwise, you can contact me at Joddie@SnackySays.com. That's JODDIE at SnackySays.com. Thank you so much for listening.